Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. 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 Hear me now, I do what I want. Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for. Gotta go all out whenever you see me. Don't be wasting my time. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. 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 Hear me now. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, pussycat? Good afternoon. Happy Labor Day weekend. How the hell are you, pussycats? I'm fantastic. Thanks for asking. Hubby just walked out the door to go to the, I believe this is the opening game of the season for his alma mater, college football game. Has anybody else besides me done the bait and switch? Yeah, for about a good one whole college football season, I pretended that. Well, I mean, come on, I'm trying to keep it in the realm of real. I never acted like, oh God, honey, can't wait to go. No, I didn't do that, but I went. I went to every game. And yes, I did wear flats as much as I wanted to wear heels. It's quite a trek from even the season ticket holder lot is a trek. But I did it. I'm like, well, damn, I'm trying to get this man to marry me. So, yes, for the last, I don't know, decade, we've had one extra ticket for me that I don't use. It works out fine. Usually a friend or another family member. My husband's had 4 tickets as long as they've had a football team, I do believe. So, yes, there's always some lucky recipient of my of Crimes and Fashions ticket. I'm like, listen, fuck that. You've already married me and taken on all the expenses that come with me. I don't have to go to those damn football games anymore. I'm sure all the other season ticket holders that sit around us are like, oh God, where'd that little blonde go? She was so much fun. Listen, my sister-in-law goes. She's one of the other 4 included in that. What's 4? A quartet? Yeah, I think it is. She's the one they remember, not me. I just sit there, and when I see my husband and the rest of them, yeah, touchdown, woo, time to, yeah, all that. I'm like, oh, yay. Well, honey, what's that mean? And what are all those lines? Like, what the fuck does that mean? I've been trying to figure out what a first down is for, at least a decade. But my sister-in-law, she's the one you remember, because let's just say she's a very rabid fan. She loves her alma mater. Yes, she does. Yeah, because she went there too. And yeah, she's the kind that if some drunk asshole for the other team, whether flanking them or behind or in front, well, let's just hope don't look her direction and start talking mad smack about the alma mater, because she will tell you to get fucked, and she'll give you directions on how to get there. Oh, God. All right, y'all. Speaking of college, I'm giving it the old college try with the background. I'm afraid it's not going to last forever because I'm starting to melt. Mr. Crimes and Fashion was helping me play around with the lighting today. I'm still not happy when I go back and look on my TV. I'm like, I look fucking animated. Like, don't get it twisted. I want you to smooth out like anything that the Botox missed. But I don't want to look like a fucking cartoon character. And it was just, I don't know. Oh, it was a whole thing this morning. And my husband just sat here and kept rolling his eyes and saying, honey, that monitor has nothing to do with what you're seeing. And I'm like, well, you said blah, blah, blah. So, I'm still playing around with it. I'm hoping that the lovely background is lit a little bit. I had to turn it down from what I thought was perfection because it's just too damn hot. And by the way, with each day that goes by, I find my ability to say different words compromised. And no, not compromised in fucking bullskank get Betty kind of way, as in I'm fucking stupid and don't know how to use those words or say them. No, not in that kind of way. In the, I don't know, I think we could have done with maybe one less unit of Botox in the lip flip, because what the hell was that? The lights are flickering. Is that the Botox gods? That's Allergan saying, bitch, don't go there. Don't start shit talking to us. Oh, I hear my AC kicking on. Woo, whoa. Yeah, each day that goes by, it's mainly consonants, and it's a consonant at the beginning of a word. B's are particularly difficult for me, which is quite unfortunate in the light of the skank that we're talking about. But yes, I don't know. I think the next lip flip, we're not going to flip quite as much. We might want to flap a little bit. F's are a tad difficult as well. It's only consonants that I can really notice. And I don't think you guys hear it. I certainly hope not. Because if you do, I probably sound perpetually drunk. I'm working on that today, by the way. I'm like, well, damn, it's Labor Day weekend. I haven't been here in 3 days. I know we got a lot of catching up to do with the bull skank. So I thought, well, hubby's going to the football game that, honey, no, go ahead and give my ticket away. I'll go to the next one. I say that every game. If they get into a playoff game, then I'm going to go. And my God, do you know that they even charge season ticket holders? I think the parking, wait for it, $40. I'm like, my God, talk about insult to injury. And I can't wear my heels. Fuck that. No, I'm not going. All right. Before we get on with the show. Oh, two things I want to show you. I had, let's see, when did I go to my girlfriend's? Wednesday. So Wednesday. So 3 days I have not been on YouTube. And I've only seen like seconds of clips here and there. I think I know the one I want to talk about. However, while I was not on YouTube, Betty, I was doing a couple of things that you will have. They will be entirely foreign concepts to you, but don't worry, I'll explain. I can explain it to you. Unfortunately, I cannot understand it for you. Betty, this right here, the first thing that you're not going to be able to understand is the concept of a friend that is blissfully unaware of YouTube drama. The only thing she would have ever known about you, unless she was perusing Mugshots Are Us, and let's face it, she wasn't, is just the bullshit that she hears from me when she, like all good friends, pretends that she cares and asks me about, oh, how's that YouTube thing going? She knows who Bullhorn Betty is. So, Betty, that's the first thing. Friends, like I don't think you have any friends. Well, I was going to say off of YouTube, but bitch, you don't have any friends anywhere. So never mind. So that's the first thing you won't understand. A real friend that you're actually make a human connection with, and not in the respect of, well, what can you do for me? I can tell you what I can do for you. I'm a world famous YouTuber. Has anyone told you? Yeah. Okay. So that's the first thing, friend. Second thing, makeup. Oh, Betty. And even when you try, it's like most things you do, it's a fail. Betty, when one is looking like a whole ass Eileen Warnos in too tight, too light pajama jeans, standing in front of some law enforcement agency while taunting them to arrest you, a smoky eye, or your attempt at a smoky eye, like kind of like I was saying, as with most things you attempt, fail, not crimes and fashion approved. But while I was out shopping with said friend, oh, that's 3 things she wouldn't understand. Friends, shopping, and makeup. Yeah. We hit a few stores. First store that we hit, because we go in a linear type fashion when I go to her house, because on the way, well, within a very small radius, there's boom, 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 several stores that, my goodness, that damn, her town had the courtesy to put several stores that I happen to enjoy all within a few blocks radius. So, thank you for that. And y'all know who you are. Let's see, where did I get this? Oh, it was on the box. TJ Maxx. We stopped at TJ Maxx. The TJ Maxx around me, they actually have really great buys on makeup. And I picked up this little gem, Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina. This is the, well, hell's bells. Why doesn't it say? It's what I'm wearing today. I brought the 2. Okay, this is the Pro Pig. Oh, fuck. I can't say P's very well either. So, of course, there's going to be 3 P's in a row. Pro Pigment Palette. Oh, I did okay. Volume 4. Now, I can't speak to volumes 1 through 3 because I haven't seen them. Believe it or not, y'all, Anastasia Beverly Hills, they're known for the eyebrows. But I have to tell you, I have this palette in I don't know what palette or volume it is, but it's all the purple. Ugh, P's are very difficult. Yeah, we're going to go with 5 units rather than 6. Next lip flip. Lip flip, volume 2. I'll say lavender because it's easier for me to say. The lavenders are gorgeous. They are really buttery soft, high pigment payoff, not much fallout as long as you use the right brush. I have very green eyes. Green eyes pop with pinks and purples. Y'all, it's the weirdest. I can't even explain it. It feels like I can do this and I can use a straw. However, whatever's going on is going on more. You can't see it, but it's very difficult, certain consonants. So I swear to God, I better at least have a damn flipped lip for the trouble and the cost. Okay, so I am wearing this palette and another one that I'm going to show you. You guys, this is gorgeous. And if you are a fan of makeup, this is what I have on today. That's the base. I think this one is the transition. This is on the bottom lids, inner and outer corner. And this is on the bottom lid in the middle. And this is, you know what was the deciding factor on whether or not I bought this? Whether or not this was just like a pressed glitter. It is, however, it goes on, it blends. It's not just pressed pigment. It actually blends really nice. You have to use the correct brush. What did I use this one for? Okay, this Anastasia palette, this came from Ulta, and this is current right now. Oh, and this one, $16.99. I mean, hello. For, I think there's 24 color. Let me see. 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's 25 pans in this one. And yes, 20 of them I'll never use, but for $16.99, who cares? This one is current right now. This one was $55. And I was wrong. I used this color as the base. I'm going to use this one somewhere on the bottom lid. This I like a lot, but it's very dark. Oh, Betty, for Betty's smoky eye. Betty, are you sure that eye isn't smoky? Because I don't know, you haven't taken a shower in 3 days? Just wondering. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay. Oh, before we get started on the real fun, let me see. Do I have time I'm going to really quickly run through the chat and say hello. Literally, Davis fam, how are you? You're the door holder. Girl, I just left you a comment on I think it's your latest video. It was only of 2 hours ago. I think I said something along the lines of Betty has never had a good day. She is truly a miserable bitch, which is why she's single, along with a few other things like her ugly ass outer that matches the very ugly inner. Yeah. So, yeah, she's going to be alone forever. Hey, Helen. Hi. How are you? Hi, are you? How are you? Helen, hi, water. I was reading and trying to talk at the same time. That doesn't always work out well for me. Speaking of which, my second monitor, I thought I knew what the problem was. Not so much. And Mr. Crimes and Fashion was at his Mrs. Crimes and Fashion's lighting / tech issues. He was at his threshold. But he's on his way to his happy place. So I'll try again tomorrow morning. That and maybe another trick I can pull out of the bag that, might put him in his happy place. Let's see. Hey, beer can, how are you? Oh, well, I hope Mookie is doing good. Hey, Becca, how are you? Happy Labor Day weekend. Crazy Nurse in the house. Hey, TLC. Daisy Jones, how are you? Hi, Pink Stripe. Hey, Miss Brittany. Oh, yes, I definitely want to see a wrestler's jacket, especially if it was my man, Dusty Rhodes. Jazz, the travel RN, how are you? Happy Labor Day to everyone. Let's be honest. Hi, how are you? Hi, Be Kind. How are you? You're going to the game and the hubby's staying home? Okay, hey, whatever works in your house. Hey, Blank Screen, how are you? Not so dumb blonde. Go Gators. Hey, Liza, how are you? ZZ Unfiltered. Oh, me. How are you? Oh, you're reined in? Much like Betty, no one can rein me in. Hey, Muffin Mouse. But, if it came down to a mugshot, that would be enough. Lesson learned. Not Betty. I guess for Betty, it's probably a win-win because I'm quite certain that jail is cleaner than her house. The food is better and healthier. And sort of like real life. She doesn't have any. Well, no, that's never mind. I was going to say she doesn't have to worry about anything. Well, that's true. She doesn't have to worry about any bills while she's in there. We're going to come up with a lot of reasons for you to look at. If she keeps going in the direction she's going, jail is definitely going to be a part of her future. Hopefully prison. Oh, Betty. I don't know about you all, but hi, a story to tell. Welcome. Hey, Mama Bear, how are you? I don't know about you guys, but I make it a point not to fuck with someone who has the power of arrest or, well, we'll just leave it there. Yeah, no, I do not need to fuck around and find out with anyone who can arrest me. I've spent a lifetime trying not to go to jail. I don't understand this. How pathetic. Oh my God, how utterly pathetic that you are so thirsty for attention that you are to the point where you're like, hey, arrest me. Yeah, me, the dumbass with the bad hair over here with the fucking middle school book report project signs. Yes, me. Oh God, Betty, you're so pathetic. Oh, hey, Natalie Tallulah, how are you? Brad Silverdog. Yes, Betty is a number one. Lowell's clown. Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, veteran, how are you? Absolutely, the food is better without a doubt. I wouldn't touch that shit Betty makes. Oh, no, thank you. Okay, before we roll the beautiful bean footage, y'all, I sent myself an email of a comment. I was checking my notifications this morning and I had, let me make sure this is, oh yes, this is it. Oh my gosh, I forget who, I think, Kodo. Okay. Can someone do me a favor, please and thank you? Could you grab Kodo's link for me and put it in the chat? Because I'm not getting ready to play a video. This was a comment that was a reply to my comment on one of Kodo's videos. And I'm going to share with the class. And I thought, you know what? Since I've got these nice long nails on, it's a little hard to, I needed to give a response that was going to be a little more than these would allow. The video was Betty says she is going to buy and take it to Tennessee while she's, and then I can't tell what the rest was. My comment said the following. Let me make sure I'm sharing with the class. Okay. She is unhinged, and I hope the court system will stop her before someone is hurt. And I'm not kidding about that. She is, Betty, you've gone around the sanity bend, and you're halfway around again. And please don't get it twisted. I give exactly 0 fucks what happens to you. I Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to get anything close to what you deserve because, I don't think we're allowed to dole out capital punishment for crimes like yours. But I definitely believe that you are behaving as if you need, what you need in your wardrobe, Betty, besides a whole lot of horizontal stripes, orange, and Crocs that have been worn by, I don't know, at least 1,000 other people before your grimy feet get in them. A jacket. It's a very pretty jacket. Unfortunately, it only comes in one color. Good news is it's one size fits all. The only other downside to the jacket is the accessory that it goes along with is typically like a room made out of rubber. And another downside, it takes help getting in and out of it. But that is the one thing you really need in your life, from where I'm sitting. She gives 0 fucks about any victim. Actually, I said F's because, just because I try and be polite when in someone else's chat or comment section. Well, my goodness. Now, this is something I'm not used to. I'm not used to seeing a reply in opposition. But unlike Bull Skank Betty, I welcome it. And like I said, these nails, they don't allow for too much typing. So I thought, you know what? I'll just respond in real time the next time I go live. So this person is obviously I'm not quite understanding the name. Is it One Tur Bear? One Tur Bear? I don't know what a One Tur Bear is. Or in the alternative, it could be One Tier Bear. I don't know. I don't understand any of them. I'm sure there's a reason behind the name. I just don't know what it is. And one Tur Bear, the one bear, replied to me. She is a victim here. Come again. Oh, are you new to the Bull Skank? You must be. Because Betty is more recognized with the word victimizer, and more importantly than the word, the action. Yeah, she has a nasty habit of wanting to. Yeah, just ask her mom and just look her up. I mean, she's had problematic behavior since she was, I don't know, by her own account. She spent at least a part of her adolescent years in juvie. So Betty's run-ins with the law, they go way back. Oh, but you're right. Betty's a victim, and she has been for a long time. Wow, ma'am, I'm embarrassed for you. I'm assuming you're a woman. Something tells me you don't look anything like that avatar. Most of Betty's peeps, yeah, they don't look like that. She is a victim here and has been long before the Sebastian Rogers case. And unlike Betty, ma'am, Miss T. Turbear, Winter Wonder, yeah, that. Unlike Betty, I'm actually legally allowed to say that child's name. And also, unlike Betty, if I do say that child's name, I'm not spewing a bunch of disgusting vile filth. Oh, but please carry on. She is a victim here and has been long before the Sebastian Rogers case, and we will see how things turn out in the court system. Ellipsis. Yes, ma'am, you are exactly right on that point. We will see how things play out in the court system, because the only dumb bitch that does not understand that this is not the world according to Betty. And Betty's a high school dropout. She's definitely not a judge or a lawyer or anything. She never sounds educated, no matter what pretend career or job she is, what hat she's wearing that day. So yes, you're right. We will see how this all plays out in the court system, and I can't wait. But honestly, I have secondhand embarrassment for you if you truly think that Betty is a victim. Betty's a victim of herself. It's about the only thing I can suss out when trying to figure out what Betty is a victim of. Betty is a victim of her own fucking immaturity and her inability to, I don't know, shut the fuck up. Most people, when a judge tells you STFU, most of us, we have a lifestyle that is far superior to jail. There is not a thing that I'm going to jail for. Well, I take that back. For a family member or otherwise loved one, that would be a different story. But for a missing child on the internet that I really don't give a damn about, he only represents money and views, because I am so vapid and lonely that and unaccomplished and all the things that I will make an absolute asshat out of myself online to get attention. You see, ma'am, Betty has never had positive attention in any respect her whole shitty, unaccomplished life. Seems a judge gave Betty a win today. I must have missed that. Does anybody in the chat, if you can fill me in? Because Miss one Turbear, one Urbear. Ma'am, I have no fucking idea what that name is supposed to be. But please, by all means, fill me in on how the judge gave Betty a win. Is a win not going to jail for an extended period of time? Is that a win? I guess her idea of winning and mine are quite different. Ellipsis. Ma'am, that probably should have been a comma. The judge doesn't believe her to be unhinged at all, comma. Maybe I missed something in the screenshot. Hold on. Let me just make sure before I further wreck this comment. Let me just make sure that I thought I screenshotted the entire comment, but I guess it is definitely possible that I did not. So before I make further comment, stand by. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. No, I didn't miss anything. So I guess the comma should have been where the ellipsis is. And typically the period goes at the end of the sentence. But I will say, ma'am, you definitely seem quite fluent in the English language. Unlike many of Betty's subs, I did not at all question whether English was your first language. And I didn't question whether you had mastered 6th grade English. So good on you for that. Seems a judge gave Betty, I would have said the judge, but that's just me. Seems a judge gave Betty a win today, comma. Or you could do a period there, but this would denote, and I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and assume she was just a little too enthusiastic on the period, okay? But then that would be capitalized. And yes, I am a lifelong member and badge holder, unlike Betty, who lost all her badges. I am a lifelong member and a badge holder of the Grammar Police. Sorry, shoot me. The judge doesn't believe her to be unhinged at all. Well, give him a minute, honey. That's all I would say. And I don't know. I kind of take issue with that statement because in light of the fact that the judge granted the first 3 ex parte restraining orders and made them permanent up to a year, I don't know. I think that they don't pass those prizes out lightly. So I don't know. I'm going to take issue with you on that. I would say that the judge probably very much thinks she is appearing to be, well, maybe the sticking point is the word unhinged. But he at least believed that she posed a danger to the 3 people who were seeking a protective order against her. So there is that. Okay. All right. Well, enough about that. Enough time given to a name that I couldn't. I'm very sorry if I butchered your name, but I hope you'll understand it. It didn't, it didn't make much sense to me, but I could have just overlooked something. Okay, so now okay, watcher, I wasn't quite sure. I thought the same thing myself. I was like, are they typically, when somebody's agreeing with my point of view where Betty is concerned, I usually pick up on that. I just didn't see much haha funny sarcasm, humor in the response, but it is, I did not I did take into account that response could have been them playing off my response. Hey, either way, this isn't Betty. I'm cool with it. I didn't say that I thought the woman should be burned at the stake or anything like that. I mean, and I don't know if it's a woman. It could be a man. So yes, it truly, it could go either way. But when I tried to decide on whether or not I would reply, I decided that no, I think they really are a Betty fan. Hey, Thor, how are you? All right, I'm going to say hello quickly to anyone who came in after I had said hello. And then we're going to get right into this video. Hey, Heartland honey, how are you? Watcher, how are you? Hey, Liza, how you doing? Yes, you are correct. All these fucking losers who have found each other. Betty, Tic-Tac-Tony, Seth for the time being. And listen, I try and give Seth a lot of benefit of the doubt, but that is becoming more and more difficult to do. But yes, read this comment, because every single one of you, you're going to stand alone when it comes to Johnny Law. Yes, you will all stand alone, and you're going to find out who your friends are. And in my experience, there's very few friends on YouTube. Yeah, Seth. I know I don't know anything about TikTok douchebag Tony. I don't know anything about him except the really stupid shit I've seen in the way of a little bit of content. Just the fact that you are mixed up with those two says a lot. And it doesn't just say a lot to me, it says a lot to a lot of people. Hello, B. How are you? Hi, Remy. How are you? Okay. Hi, Addie. Oh, I only wish. I think that name is new as well. Welcome. Yes. She's, if anybody needed one of those pretty little jackets, yeah, it would be Beds. Hey, Fit and Curvy, how are you? Hey, Lori Life 360, how are you? Happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. Please be careful, whatever it is you're doing. The furthest I'll be going is about a mile up the road to the grocery store. I unfortunately, for the rest of the family, I like the party. Listen, being the queen that I am, I like them to come to me. Oh, we happen to be the closest, and yeah, the family usually ends up coming here, except for the designated holidays where the various sisters-in-law have already laid claim to said holidays. Okay. If I missed anybody, I apologize. All right. I think the one we're going to do is it's not today's. It might have been yesterday's. Okay, I think this is the one. Hold on. I'm going to share in a minute. I emailed myself oh, Jesus. What? What the Okay, this is bizarre. I'm going to share this with the class. I have never seen this before. And trust and believe when I tell you, I didn't leave a comment on this video. I don't leave comments on Betty's videos. I just fucking review her content. So I think maybe 2 times since she's had her channel have I left a comment. And it definitely was not on this video. So this is quite interesting. Look at this. We've discovered that comments you left may violate community guidelines, harassment, and cyberbullying policies. If you keep leaving comments like this, you may lose your ability to comment or have your channel terminated. Come again? I didn't leave a comment. Wait, is this the one that no, that was Kodo's video, and there was nothing I said that was bullying. Okay, this is very interesting because I can assure you, I did not leave a comment on this video or any of her other ones of late. So that's very interesting. Well, here's how I look at it. Unlike Betty and a lot of these other people, this is a hobby for me. It's not how I pay my bills. I have friends, I have family, I have a real life. It would actually probably be a favor to me if YouTube took my channel. I mean, if you just want to get down to the brass tacks. Wow. I mean, I've said more than once, I have never worried about anybody cloning me for at least 2 reasons. First and foremost, I'm not important enough to clone. I'm a nobody. Unlike Betty, I just recognize it. And, literacy, being highly literate, much like American Express, membership has its rewards. So I have no fucking clue what that was about, but that was interesting. All right. I guess this is the one. Betty's busy right now taking some type of probably her dirty panties and wiping the camera lens with, because it's blurry. Oh, the paper gynecological sheet. Oh God. Oh, Betty. Fucking Eileen Warno's called and she wants her look back. What? Oh my. It looks like Betty got more tape out to tape down so it looks to me as if Betty took the paper gynecological sheet. And for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, Betty's green fucking Party City tablecloth that is haphazardly up against her back window for her bed streams. The first time I saw it and every time thereafter, I said, my goodness, that looks like the paper sheet that the gynecologist hands you, when you go for your annual. Although Betty probably hasn't had an annual. In Betty's case, it would probably be her decade. So yeah, it looked to me like she took it from her house to Rogersville. I think it's Rogersville, where Sumner County Sheriff's Department is located. And on the table, probably a card table with only two legs that actually, were sturdy. It looks like she had maybe 2 pieces of Scotch tape and taped the gynecological sheet from home onto the card table. And now, because Betty, in her own words, is a quote cheap woman. Yeah, you'd be on the dollar store clearance shelf. Yeah, that's where you would be. We're not in the same, Betty. I guess, we're all rolling around in the same mall. You and I, or me and you, we're not in the same store. No. But yeah, I guess Betty brought the sheet back home and put it right back up on her windows.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys. Do you know that you do a good impersonation of, Ted Bundy. Well, Ted Bundy was pretty damn good looking, unlike you. Yeah, but he had to do something to get those girls in his Volkswagen. That is what this hi guys. Oh, it reminds me of a serial killer trying to get someone in their Volkswagen.
Guys, it is so nice to see you.
Say it like you mean it, bitch. How about open your mouth when you talk?
Nice to see you. I finally got the orders. They mailed.
It's not nice to see you. It never is.
Tell me the orders. Orders in my hot little hands.
There's nothing hot about you, hands or otherwise. Your fucking hands, all 5 of your fingers look like E.T.'s one phone home finger. Oh, and y'all, I'm sorry. The other monitor is still not working, so I cannot see the chat at the moment. If you come in prior to me saying hello, welcome. And at some point, I will jump back over there. But as of right now, I'm sorry, I can't see the chat. I can only see this busted up Eileen Warnos looking bitch in front of me with my gynecologist sheet behind her.
And they filed the sheriff, not the courts. Not the courts.
Betty, you better hope all of those. You better hope all of this is not like what your credit card likely looks like that you pay the minimum payment on every month. All of this right here. Oh, this column could get quite pricey if those are fees. I hope not.
My sheriff violated my rights, violated the law.
The horror, ma'am. What exactly does this piece of paper that looks like your account balance It's like a little balance sheet. How exactly is that violating your rights?
What we were told, I can't say Sebastian Rogers' name, is a lie. Saying I can't Katie or Chris or Terry.
Which set of teeth in Betty's mouth do you think are actually the ones she was born with? I say it's the top, and the bottom is like the world's shittiest partial.
Is a lie.
A lie.
That is not what is in the order. Here's the order right here. We're going to be going through this.
Ma'am, I don't know if you realize this or not, but the judge's order would be reduced down to writing. And when I say writing, I don't mean this kind. So what the fuck are you talking about?
This in just a few moments. So as far as me worrying about what I say on my own damn channel, if these folks don't come over here, they won't see what's on my channel. And I'm absolutely allowed to talk about a public case. And
ma'am, you absolutely are not allowed to talk about anything that the judge told you were legally barred from speaking about. Like, I don't know, your stalking and harassing behavior of the family.
Exonerates that. They had me. I want you guys.
So are you telling me that the judge wrote it all out with a fucking crayon? I mean, I know that's what you reduce all your writings down to, is a crayon.
Hear this, because before I read, and I'll do this again, because I know that while we're doing this, it's going to be a little while before people get in here. I know that the Brian Koberger case is going on. Hey guys, it's nice to see you. Oh, thank you, Cash. God bless you. I've got receipts. I want to make sure I'm very.
I know that can't be our Cash that rolls around this neck of the woods.
Very, very clear. This is the order of protection. What people say
that looks to me like an application for an order of protection. Nothing more.
This says. This is the actual order from the courts and Sumner County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, maybe it is. I'll reserve judgment until we hear her start talking.
Violated the law and violated my constitutional rights as well as my civil liberties.
Fuck you and your civil liberties. You think that your rights and your civil liberties, you think that they supersede everyone else's, and you think they're absolute, and they are not. The minute that your rights and liberties start trampling upon someone else's, well, that's when you find yourself in court 487-ish times.
That lady did, Detective Lisa Byington, was bullshit.
Another professional, accomplished female that Betty hates. Betty hates everyone, but Betty especially hates accomplished females because she's in no way accomplished and barely a fucking female.
Excuse my language. I'll watch my language now that I
God bless you. God bless you, Betty. Watch your language, or I'm going to have to ask JC to forgive you an extra couple times.
A little bit. We're going to go over the order, but it didn't say I couldn't say their name. It didn't say I couldn't cover this case.
Woo!
It didn't say none of that nonsense. And
it didn't say any of that nonsense, Miss fucking member of the illiterate media, apparently.
I was arrested and detained unlawfully by the Sumner County Sheriff to shut me up. They can kiss my white breaded ass.
I can see where the Sumner County Sheriff's Office would be very intimidated and concerned by the fucking huge crowds that you can draw. Yeah, there was about 7.5 fucking people standing in front of the sheriff's department at Betty's gathering of voices. No, Betty, you're. I'm sure they're very intimidated by all 7.5 of you. Yeah.
Thank you. No, thank
Woo!
you. We're going to go over this. We are going to go over this.
Are we going to go over the fact that your tits are at your kneecaps. Holy shit, Betty. If you're going to have these fucking bed rage streams, can you do me a favor? I need you to fucking iron that paper sheet behind you. I don't know how you're going to do it, but figure it out. Like, it either came from the gynecologist's office or some little kid's birthday party. You probably, ripped it off as you were, I don't know, walking in the park, feeding the ducks, or I don't know, chucking cell phones in the pond, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, Betty, it looks to me like my bra, the top of my bra, it's right here where, my boobs are. It looks like the top of your bra is about at the undercarriage of mine. Oh, Betty, if you're going to do this thing, honey, you need to call Jane Russell. Tell her, hey, bitch, I heard you got a 24-hour bra. I need at least 12 hours worth. Betty, you should be sleeping in a bra. You should be sleeping in a bra slingshot. Get a fucking ace bandage. Pull those puppies up from underneath, and just like Joan Crawford used to do, just wrap it all right around your head in an effort to pick those bad boys up and get them back even with the horizon. Like, oh my God, it's so gross. Can you just do this for me, please?
So first I'm going to go over what was stated that got me arrested. Now that I'm comfortable.
I'm pretty sure you were begging to get arrested.
Enough to.
Comfortable enough? What's that mean? Does that mean you're 4.5 boxes in on Franzia wine? Or I don't know, maybe whatever else you use. I mean, special coffee that, I don't know. Yeah.
Read what it says.
Oh,
this is what I was arrested for. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the affidavit from Lisa Byington,
the detective.
It says on August 22nd, 2024, 3 separate orders of protection were granted against the defendant, Andrew Lynn Griffin, by General Session Judge Ron Blanton. The petitioner on the protective order are Katie Proudfoot, Terry Bowersox, Maddie Kathy Bowersox. According to the order, the defendant cannot come about the petitioners for any purpose and must not contact them or their children either directly or indirectly by phone, email, message, text, mail, or any other type of communication or contact.
That's an all-around general. Shut the fuck up.
This is my channel.
No shit.
The only way you get contacted by this channel is if you subscribe or you're a member. Okay. They cannot stop me from talking on my own damn channel.
The fuck they can't. And you just keep on keeping on with that attitude, honey, and you're going to find out what they can do.
I don't reach out. I've never talked to these people. I've never emailed.
Oh, so when you're driving by at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning after you've driven 10 to 12 fucking hours from another state south of them, you didn't knock on the door? You think that's the only fucking way somebody can intimidate, stalk, or harass someone? I don't know. Are you not suing Queen Bee for the same fucking thing? God, you are the biggest hypocritical bag of shit. Like, do you ever listen to yourself? God, you are an idiot.
These people, I've never directly or indirectly, I talk to my audience, not these assholes.
Okay, and your point is, are you trying to get us to accept and believe that the only way, listen, Betty, I know everything about you screams fucking 80s, little bit of the 90s. You think you want us to believe that the only way you can stalk, intimidate, or harass someone is by knocking on their door or calling them on the phone? Welcome to the 21st century, asshole.
And remember I told you I got arrested for hashtags and threatening to sue?
Nobody gets arrested for threatening to sue. You are full of shit, and I'm quite sorry if the majority of the morons that are sub to you believe that. That is not my problem, and it does not make it true what you're saying.
On August 22nd, 22nd, 2024, shortly after the hearing, the petitioner learned the defendants went on a live on YouTube, Bullhorn Betty, and proceeded to blast how people were talking on social media about court and what took place because the defendant failed to appear in court.
And because the defendant is a fucking scorned 12-year-old in a middle-aged, gravity challenged, overweight body. Yeah.
Defendant threatened to sue the Proudfoots and Bowerstocks. Now, my job is in Florida on my own channel, which did not contact any of these people. Now, if their friends send them my channel.
Do you understand what the 3 W's stand for in WWW? No, it doesn't stand for white whale whaling. It stands for World Wide Web. You can reach the whole world via, I'm shocked that you've even have enough money to pay your monthly internet bill, but be that as it may, every single one of us have a reach of the whole world.
That's not me contacting them. That's their own people contacting them. And use the hashtags, Chris Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot, and their minor son, Sebastian Rogers, on her YouTube channel, Can't Fix Stupid, Tennessee. On August 22nd, 2024, at approximately 12 noon, your affiant received information from Katie Proudfoot that the defendant was live streaming on her YouTube channel, Bullhorn Betty. Your affiant watched the live stream, which showed the defendant driving while videotaping her feed. During the live stream, the defendant again threatened to sue the Proudfoots and Bowerstocks. The live stream titled Garbage of YouTube had hashtags of Chris Proudfoot, Katie Proudfoot, and their minor son, Sebastian Rogers, was listed on it. Based on these facts and statements, your affiant believes the defendant violated the conditions of 3 protective orders twice this date. Therefore, your affiant is charging the defendant with 6 counts of violation of a court order protection. These offenses did occur in Sumner County, Tennessee. These violations she lied and said they happened in.
Maybe she knows something the rest of us don't know. And is this your sticking point? Are you you're taking issue with the fact that she said they happened in Sumner County? Well, I don't know. I mean, for me personally, I don't give a flying fuck where it happened. All that matters to me is it happened, and you used, pay attention, Betty, listen closely. You use the World Wide Web via YouTube and their servers and your channel to harass the following. So I don't really give a shit where it occurred. You were told not to mention their names.
In Sumner County, Tennessee. I was in Florida and can prove it.
Who fucking cares? See, this is what Betty, you really should have gone into either being a used car. Well, let's just keep it to what could have been. Betty, I really see you at a scummy side of the road, buy here, pay here, used car lot, kind of like your college education, where you went to a finance company that something tells me, if I had to guess, you use the services of their in-house finance company where they charged you probably usury as an interest rate. Yeah, this is her sticking point. Yeah, you in another life, Betty, you could have taken your carny looking self and your snake oil salesman bullshit on the road, and I don't know, maybe finally have been successful at something.
This detective has lied under oath multiple times in this court hearing. Now let's look at the
prove it, bitch. You see, because somebody like this, who she thinks she's going to go up against a detective who has had a career of helping SA victims, trafficking victims. she thinks she's going to go up against her with her, Betty, you're a fucking criminal. That's all you've ever been. So I don't know. Accomplished female detective who Betty hates, because Betty hates all women that she views as competition. So, 99.5% of females.
Order of protection. Guys, see that? I don't know because I'm blocking my camera. Order of
No,
protection.
all your fucking ET fingers, though, are kind of like covering up what, we might want to look at.
This is what came from the judge. It says right here, respondent stop.
You know how many protective orders I have in how many states? 0. Do you know how many times I have gotten in my not piece of shit car to drive 10 to 12 hours to harass a crime victim's family? 0. Can you say the same? No, you can't.
Well, we know that's a lie. But either way, right? We're just going strictly off the order as it's written. It says, did things listed in the petition and the court adopts these facts and incorporates them in references and or. Nothing is written here. Nothing at all.
Oh my God. Do you understand, Miss? I'm a fucking legal professional. Whatever they put in their affidavit and whatever was discussed between them and the judge, which you wouldn't know because you couldn't fucking be bothered to be there. All of those facts were incorporated into the judge's decision, meaning he used all of that testimony because you couldn't be bothered to be there to testify on your own behalf. Yeah. And even if you do have a lawyer, well, why wasn't he there? Just wondering. Because if it was me, which it would never be me, but if it was, if I couldn't be there to testify on my own behalf, I would want my lawyer to do that. That is, Betty, that's part of the job description. You do get that, right? Although this lawyer, he's going to need to add to your bill a comma after the 5, another 0 after the first 0, and a decimal point, because that's about what you're going to work your way up to in legal fees.
At all. It says that the respondent has specifically stopped, which we know, again, is a lie.
How do we know it's a lie? Because you say so? If you told me the fucking sky was blue, I'd get another opinion.
And it states the respondent has I cannot have a firearm. And it says that's the court is aware of. That the court, it specifically wrote there that the court is aware of. Here's what it says. It says no contact.
Do you understand? You can initiate contact via the internet. How fucking dumb are you?
Come about the petitioners, including coming by or to a shared residence for any purpose, and must not contact the petitioner, the petitioner's children, either directly or indirectly by phone, email, message, text message, mail, or any other type of communication or contact. I must stay away. You must stay away from the petitioner's home, workplace, children's home, and workplace. Personal conduct. You must not cause intentional damage to petitioner's property or interfere with the utilities at the home. These are all check marked. You see that? He has to check mark them.
If I had to guess, that more applies to people who have been living together in a domestic relationship, and maybe one had the utilities in their name and has a fuck you, like what Betty would do if she could. She could probably barely turn her own fucking utilities on. But we break up, we're no longer together. Hey, I'm going to shut your water off.
For them to
look
apply,
over here. Don't look
right?
over there.
He has to check mark them for them to apply. It says the court order respondent obey all orders on this form, not abuse or threaten to abuse petitioner or minor children. I'm not threatening to abuse. Abuse is illegally defined. Not stop, threaten, or threaten to stop petitioner or petitioner's minor children. Never done that. Never done.
Okay. Really? Like when you were saying Chris's daughter's name? That was a veiled threat. You're just too fucking stupid to do it in a way that didn't appear to be a veiled threat.
Done that. Personal conduct must not cause intentional damage to the personal property. I just read that. You must not hurt or threaten any animals owned or kept by the petitioners or the petitioner's children. Standard form. Standard form. Nothing else is written in here. Standard
Yeah.
form.
Okay.
Now the only check mark on this page is this one down here. And
like, could you put some fucking nails on? Or I don't know, maybe take care of yours and put a light, like just something to make us think that these belong to a female. I mean, you're barely female. The only way I know you're female is your, sagging silky milkies.
this says you must not have or attempt to have or receive or attempt to receive in any way get any firearm while this or later protective orders are in effect. You must transfer all firearms in your possession within 48 hours. You must fill out and file a firearms declaration within 1 day of transferring the firearm. If the state or federal agent approves it, your weapon that are registered under the national blah, 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 blah. This is all going away anyways. And if your fire.
Oh yeah, it's all going away anyway. Okay. I'm just curious, how come your attorney didn't show up, I don't know, for the fucking hearing? Because maybe if your attorney had, or you had, someone, none of this would have been reduced down to an order. I'm just curious. Why do you want to like shut the proverbial barn door after the horse has already gotten out?
Firearm shows that you have a federal firearms license, that you are only responsible party listed on the FLF. You must transfer all firearms inventory. We don't register firearms in the state of Florida. It says cost and fee of litigation. You must pay all cost and fee. There's no other language here. They did not say I could not talk about a public case on my personal.
Then I guess you have nothing to worry about. So why are you so worked up?
Forms.
The good news is I'm pretty sure that the judge is going to know exactly what he said and what was reduced down to an order. So there'll be nobody's going to have to worry about taking anybody's word for it. That's why we have that very important court reporter sitting in the courtroom.
Yet I was arrested for hashtags and threatening to lawfully sue.
Listen, I don't know what the fuck you were arrested for. I'm not privy to any of that. So I wouldn't begin to. I can come up on my own with about 25 things that you should/could be arrested for. Not the least of which is holding yourself out as a female, the felonies you have committed against fashion, your hair, your boobs. I mean, I could go on and on.
Someone. Lawfully sue someone. That's what I was arrested for. You guys just heard it.
This is all bullshit for the people whose purse and back pocket, most men keep their wallet. Not that Betty would know because she doesn't have a man, but most men, they keep their wallet in their back pocket. So for those of you whose purse she's attempting to get into or your back pocket, this is all for you. This is all just a little show for you.
You guys want me to read it again?
No.
It says shortly after the hearing, the petitioner learned the defendant went on a live. My lives don't contact anybody unless you sign up to get my lives. I have it directly or indirectly made.
So what you're saying is the judge is wrong, the detective's wrong, and everyone else is wrong. But all that really matters is the judge and the detective. So you're telling me that they fucked up when they filed charges against you? The good news is it'll all be straightened out when you get to court. I'm sure the judge will have a come to Jesus moment and will remember exactly. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have to remember. That's what the court reporter was for.
Contact with these people. Hell, I haven't even laid eyes on any of these people except one, and that's because he was following me. Sumner County Railroad.
Was he in Florida? I don't know. It's just interesting to me that you keep screaming about how Terry Bowersox was following you. But the only thing, how come you didn't film any of that? I'm just curious. The only thing I saw was you slamming your car into park at an intersection, a red light, and getting out to go harass an elderly man who is in front of you.
Me. They lied under oath and said that these things happened in Sumner County when I was clearly in the state of Florida and I could prove it.
I don't think it matters what fucking state you were in when you did said prohibited behaviors, when the rubber meets the road. That, listen to her, because she tells you all the time what she's lying about and who she is. Just like she said the other day, we need to try and keep all of this legal expense as far away from the channel as we can. Translation: I'm a fucking broke bitch. Give me all your money. Like this, her big sticking point is, you notice I haven't heard her say yet. I haven't heard her deny that she did the actual prohibited act. All I have heard is that I wasn't in the state of Tennessee. Fuck you. God, you are such a shitbag.
I've never laid eyes on these people nor contacted them.
You know what? God's revenge on you is looking like you do and having to be as intellectually deficient as you are.
Byington lied in an affidavit to the courts to have me arrested.
Then you got nothing to worry about.
That is what truly transpired. I just want everybody to understand that. I am absolutely allowed to say Sebastian Rogers' name. I'm absolutely allowed to talk about the details of this case. There is nothing in these orders that are preventing me from being able to do so. And Lisa Byington violated the law when she lied.
See, I don't know what she's talking about because she's waving around what looks like the account balance of a particular litigant with the clerk of the court. So I don't know what she's talking about.
Your oath. If you hashtag doesn't, that no hashtag. That's for searching purposes for when people are searching for case information. That's all those hashtags do.
God, she is so fucking.
The only way that I can contact them through here is if I put an @ symbol on it and their name and they have an account on.
I personally have seen you hashtag all of their names. So I guess we're going to find out who's right and who's wrong. And I know who my money's going on.
YouTube. That's the only way that they're added and get and receive a notification. I guarantee they cannot produce a notification that they receive from this unless they are subscribed to my channel. And that is by their hands, not mine. This is not in direct contact to them because I'm not trying to contact them. I'm talking to my audience, which is my job.
You don't have a fucking job. Just to, just for clarity purposes, Betty doesn't have a job. You're a fucking loser who couldn't get hired at McDonald's, who has managed to find a way to get other people to pay her internet bill. And, you have a camera and a microphone and a paper gynecological sheet. That does not equal a job.
So I want you guys to understand just the gravity of the situation that these people are smearing me.
You ought to understand the gravity of your tits that I am quite certain you have to pick up off the floor every morning or afternoon when you get up and throw them over your shoulder.
With the help of Sumner County violating my constitutional and civil rights.
Sue
they
them.
unlawfully detained me for 19 hours to try to shut me up about the case, and they can't even do it with a protective order because the judge did not order it. It doesn't matter what he may have said in court. It doesn't matter how he said it in court.
As someone who does not get arrested and who does not either have protective orders against me or have them against someone else, I do not have any clue what the fuck it is she's talking about. And I can't really see anything besides what I'm assuming was the petitioner's application for said, is it an RO? What do they call it there? They call it different things in different states.
All that matters is what is on this order.
Then you have nothing to worry about.
This is the lawful order.
And why are you all like in a kerfluffle?
This makes me even more angry than I ever was
Bitch,
before.
Uncontrolled anger is your baseline. It's why you're alone. You're always going to be alone. You have no fucking friends and you have no man. Your man, you have to put batteries in him. And that's the only man that could tolerate you. You are a miserable, hateful bitch.
because now I know just how dirty the Sumner County Sheriff's Department is.
Yeah,
dirty.
They're dirty.
They deserve an internal investigation. I'm going to be reaching out to anybody and everybody related to this case about the violations I did. And
Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
For that entire department, that entire sheriff's department,
Good luck
to be
with that,
under
honey.
investigation
Good
for this
luck.
matter.
Why are you wasting your valuable time, Betty?
This right here is a lawful
Don't
order,
you have missing or dead people to look for?
right? It is a lawful order. It's a moot order because I wasn't properly served, but the judge did not violate my constitutional rights or my civil rights. It was Sumner County Sheriff and Sumner County Sheriff alone.
Well, I guess that will remain to be seen, won't it?
Where can you even talk anymore about or you just can't communicate to the, right. Exactly.
Do you know how to fucking read without, see, Spot, run. See, Jane, run. See, Dick, chase, never mind. I mean, God.
Exactly. I could talk about this case all day long on my own personal channels and platforms.
You sure about
If
that?
they get contacted from my personal platforms, it's because they requested to.
Stop making that face. You're ugly enough. You don't need to you don't need to add that to it.
That means they intentionally want contact when they're telling the courts they want none.
Nobody wants Why the fuck would they want contact with you? If you had my child's name in your mouth, I cannot even my mind can't even go there.
I am so angry right now because I thought the judge violated my rights. I thought he had a gag order. This is not a gag order. You know what this is? This is a normal
gag order. I wish somebody would put a ball gag in your mouth.
Run-of-the-mill boilerplate checkbox form that the judge uses, so he doesn't make any mistakes.
I mean, I don't know because I don't have to do this with people, but I mean, if I had to make a wild guess, and I may be totally wrong, but if I had to make a wild guess, I would say that was probably the application, the form for the application for the protective order. I don't know.
The judge didn't violate my rights. Sumner County did. Sumner County Sheriff.
Well, then I guess you're finally going to get out of the fucking lowest tax bracket, Betty. And maybe you can sue them. You can sue your way to middle class. I don't know.
Eric Craddock.
Ooh.
The people under him. Why are they unlawfully detaining people that are innocent and have broke no laws?
Because Alex, I'll take because they're scared of Bullhorn Betty for 300, please. What do you mean wrong?
Refuse to arrest parents for lying under oath, disappearing a child. There's no appeal. They didn't properly serve me. This has to all be stayed. This has to all be stayed. I don't know.
I wouldn't take her word for anything. And Betty, typically, stayed like your execution, in the crimes of fashion court. I'll hear from the state at this time. Yeah. Oh. Summary execution. Granted. What? The defense? Oh, you want to stay the execution? You know what? Okay, I'm gonna grant your motion for stay of execution. It's gonna be good for this is a holiday weekend, so we'll say 43 hours. Have your briefs on my desk, and I will make judgment. Fuck you, Betty.
Hey, so I'm letting my attorney. My attorney's already done everything. He's already been the attorney of record. As you guys know, the court case did not go forward today in court. As many the people that went there did. They can't prevent me from talking about my wife. And
my understanding was and I only got this secondhand, so I could be wrong, but my understanding was Chris's application for protective order, which was made subsequent to the first three, landed on another judge. Different than the one who granted the first three. So my understanding was it was transferred over to that judge on a different date. I may be incorrect. That's just what I heard.
things going on in my life. They can't prevent me from talking about a public case. They've railroaded me and they violated my rights. They basically arrested me here from me communicating in Florida, which I could prove because again, Google Maps, right? I can show exactly where I was at the time.
No, asshole. What you might, and I stress the word might, what you might be able to prove is that you left one of what is probably 27 burner phones in the state of Florida. So you might have had a phone or other device in the state of Florida. That doesn't mean that your big fat ass was in the state of Florida.
The time this order was in, and I was just leaving the state of Florida, right? I was still in the state of Florida when I was running those lives as I'm going out of the state. I hadn't made it out of the state yet. And she says that I did this in Sumner County. I wasn't in Sumner County.
Who fucking cares? Who cares? If you were told that you could not speak of Chris, Katie, Sebastian, the Bauer Sox, well, Chris wouldn't be in there. So take him out of it. Do you think they're going to give a fuck what state you were in? Loophole Betty.
100% that I was in the state of Florida when these things happened. And this is the second time this detective lied under oath to a judge. Remember, she said I was intentionally and willfully trying to avoid service.
Yeah, you
when
were.
I wasn't even in the state of Florida.
You were.
When the service was brought to my house. And I actually have,
Oh,
listen to this.
Yeah, when the service was brought to your house, what, 8 fucking times?
Proof of that, because remember, Delilah was attacked that Monday evening before I left Tuesday morning. And so they had me on body cam footage with the officer that came here saying they wanted me to meet with the health department because of the bite. And I said, I can't. I said, I don't know.
Betty, I think you should do a public service and you should meet with the public or the health department, because I don't know. You look to me like your bite could be a violation of like a lot of health codes.
What I'm doing, I'm leaving tomorrow. I even said I'm going to Tennessee, but I never went to Tennessee. I was going to Tennessee, but I started off in Mississippi. That was my starting point. So you can clearly see, and you can see where when I made my reservations, you can clearly see the hotel I made my reservations.
Nobody fucking cares what the screenshot of your hotel reservation shows. Bitch, I've got a screenshot of a reservation for a hotel in Paris. What's your fucking point? Oh my God, she is such an idiot. Do you realize that making a reservation does not prove where you were when you made said reservation? Oh my God.
Like, I've got documentation of all of this and could prove exactly that. Not only that, but literally body cam footage from the day before stating I'm leaving and I'm going to my mom's. And I literally told them I'm leaving tomorrow. You think
morning. That's proof? You think that proof that your fucking psychotic sounding self is talking to a cop saying, I'm going to my mommy's as soon as you pull out of my driveway? You think that's proof of anything besides you've got failure to fucking launch? Yeah, Arrested Development?
So I literally
that isn't proof of jack shit.
I can't document this any better. And she stood in front of a judge and told him I'm willfully and intentionally trying to avoid service. Now, mind you, when I tried to come back to the state of Florida, we had a hurricane and flooding, preventing me from making it back to my home.
Where you live, asshole. And let's not forget, I am a native of Florida, and I don't live too terribly far from you, so I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, for at least 2 additional days. This is corruption. This is corruption at its core. This is corruption at its core. Listen, I've got an attorney. Don't tell me what I need to be doing, okay? I appreciate your concern and everything else like that.
And this is friendly fire. Wow. God, Betty, you want to know why you are a fucking ugly, miserable bitch who's live streaming from your bed using a gynecological sheet as a curtain? You can't play well with others, Bets.
But one thing you don't want to do when I'm this hot is tell me what to do. That's a good way to get blocked. I have an attorney. When my attorney tells me to take my butt to court, that's when
what kind of fucking attorney allows his client to get a failure to appear and does not appear on her behalf? Not an attorney that I would hire. Just
my butt's going to court. Until that moment, it ain't happening. Okay? Because my attorney that I'm paying for is advising me of what to do, and I'm going to listen to him, not a bunch of people on YouTube.
Well, I would say, in theory, that would be a good idea. But if your attorney is actually advising you of the stupid bullshit that you're spouting off about, I would find a new attorney.
I've got the orders. I've read the orders. The judge did not violate my constitutional rights. Sumner County Sheriff's Office did.
Well, then why are you so upset? Because you're, I don't know. I'm sure you're going to sue them. So just look at it as another, well, I don't know. You haven't had a job in a fucking 100 years. Just look at it as another payday that you don't deserve.
I even had to, the whole time I was out in front of the sheriff's department, we had to have the bail bondsman every 20 minutes check to make sure that these a-holes didn't try to do some sneaky stuff while I was out there. But I don't want to be in jail, obviously.
That's your fault, not theirs. Yours.
But if they had to arrest me, I was going to make sure that there was a whole bunch of cameras there for them to do it. And I could pretty much.
I saw many people with cameras out there. What? You don't trust that? You don't trust the people?
Much tell you right now that after the arrest, and they realized how much they screwed up by failing to serve me properly and then detaining me unlawfully for.
How did they fail to serve you properly? Did you not sign on the dotted line? I don't get it. I don't know how she was served. So I'm like, this is a legit question. Number one, if you had a fucking attorney that had been retained, my guess is one of your fucking dumbass, exceedingly dumbass subs stroked a check or gave a credit card number to an attorney for a deposit for something. And you couldn't scrape up the rest of the balance of the retainer before said court hearing, because any lawyer that told you not to show up and he didn't show up either, that sounds like malpractice to me. So Betty, just add that to your growing list of lawsuits.
For 19 hours, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of bad juju going on behind the scenes in the Sumner County Sheriff. And I can guarantee there is probably one really pissed off district attorney right now having to look at this and say, oh my God, they just violated her rights. Because he's going to.
Oh my God.
Be the one that has to deal with that because of this stupid detective, this overzealous detective.
Okay, we'll see about that.
I do too, Mike. Oh, hey Seth, it's nice to see you. Did you hear the whole thing? Did you hear the whole order? They never told me I couldn't speak about your son. I have never contacted these people. I have never indirectly or directly contacted. Indirect contact means I call somebody and say, hey, go do this.
Man, you're a fucking moron if you think that indirect contact means you picked up a phone rather than you knocked on their door. No, indirect contact would be something like the t-shirt maker to the stars. Like you told her, hey, Sonia, get in your car and go drive by XYZ. Oh, better yet, go into Sebastian's school and act like you want to put a flyer on the office bulletin board. Hey, dumbass, that constitutes third-party contact.
That's indirect contact, okay? Never done that. Never done that.
No, honey. You are very much limiting but you are a fucking idiot, so I guess you don't understand it. You're very much limiting the scope of third-party contact.
In a million years. Hold on, let me go up to this, Susie. I just want to say these stupid idiots.
Stupid idiots.
Where is it? Is this the one?
Look at Betty with her Beyonce fan. Betty, how come I only see Betty? I can generate more fucking wind with the fan that I got at a Chinese restaurant. What, like? Oh, okay. Point taken. Yeah, it's because it's all fucking dead and melted, and you've got 8,000 calyx, and so Betty probably has an industrial fan blowing at her. You know, the kind that would like blow me back through my lovely wall. Yeah, but Betty's 3 remaining healthy hair follicles, they're like, hi, we're blowing in the breeze.
Oh, what am I going to make it about? Well, I'm going to make it about Sebastian when you animals.
Animals, you fucking animals. What kind of animal am I? Do I get to pick my animal? I want to be, let's see. I want to be a mink. I want to be a jaguar. I want to be a cheetah because I love animal print. I'll keep thinking. Just stand by. What kind of animal are you? Betty would be like a possum. Betty would be a possum or a raccoon digging through my garbage cans.
To quit making it about me into this and having me unlawfully detained and arrested. How about that? Do you ever care about rights? I'm a victim in this
No, I
situation.
don't care about any rights.
Did you ever think of it like that?
You are no victim. You are a victimizer and have been since the way back days. These people have some
Girl,
you
nerve.
just need to worry. You need to worry
one
about your tits that are a victim of your negligence. Okay, go get your tits a bra.
Just to make sure there wasn't like Katie didn't have some extra writing in hers.
I cannot imagine being that fucking ugly, having that like devoid of a personality. Well, she has a personality; it just has nothing good. I just can't imagine being all that and like, do you ever try and mitigate the damage? Like, I don't know, fucking do something with that hair. Oh God, Betty, you're so gross.
They violated the law.
You have
the sheriff violated the freaking law. They
fashion.
violated a court order, and they had me arrested for no reason. No reason.
Death penalty.
And people were like, how much money have you cost this county? No, how much money have they cost themselves? That's what I'd like to know. How much money have they cost themselves?
More than you've earned in an annual salary, I'll take ever, Alex.
These people are absolutely
disgusting.
I am absolutely appalled and ashamed that a sheriff's office would do something like this. This egregious.
Oh my God.
19 hours for committing no crimes.
Bitch, you are well acquainted with holding cells across Florida and now into the state of Tennessee. So fucking save the wrath of the bull skank. Okay. Listen, you're trying to play it off like it was me. I mean, you're acting like you got checked in for, I don't know, stealing money from a stripper, and you had to, I don't know, hand over your Louboutins, and oh my God, the horror. I'm used to sleeping on fucking silk and cashmere, and I had to sleep on, 25 grit sandpaper. Oh, save it, bitch.
No contact. No violation of a court order. And I was detained for 19 hours.
Oh my
I'm beyond
God.
angry.
19 hours.
Beyond. I will not stop.
Honey, you could do 19 hours standing on like one of your ET fingers.
Talking about this.
Uh-huh.
I will not keep Sebastian's name out of my mouth. This boy needs justice. He needs to be found.
And what exactly are you going to do to affect justice? We know what he's going to do for you. He's going to line your Dollar General purse with coins. And I do mean coins. And they probably have sticky pieces of tobacco on them.
He needs to be brought home. And we got 2 people that are doing everything they can to stop it from happening. Actually, 4 people.
Who's that?
And it makes you wonder why does a family that proclaims that they miss their family member.
I think I'm going to sue my gynecologist for giving Betty that curtain, that paper curtain. And then I'm going to add Betty as a respondent because she lacked the good taste to run an iron over gynecologist said paper sheet. And it has burned my retina along with her fucking like ghetto custodial glamour shot. Betty, how come you look so much more attractive in your glamour shot than you've ever looked on your YouTube channel? I'm just wondering. Betty, I'm thinking instead of suing and being so angry with Sumner County, bitch, you need to send them a thank you note. And then you need to ask them if you can move in at the booking desk. Because quite ironically, your mugshot is the most complimentary shot I've ever seen of you. And that's fucking pathetic.
On stopping any type of help. It doesn't make any
You couldn't
sense.
find your ass with
I got
both
the court
hands.
order.
What are you talking about?
Sumner County violated a court order.
Oh!
That woman knew what she was doing. She had this court order in her possession, custody, and control when she filed that.
Betty, usually that is something you say in regards to a child, care, custody, and control. And thank God the good Lord never blessed you with children. You didn't produce the fruit of your loins, of your balls. I'm sorry. I mean
That bogus affidavit.
bogus.
The
Is
exact
that a
same
legal term?
day
Bogus.
that the court order went in place. I don't know what's wrong with this lady, but now that I know she's willing to do this, how many other people have they done this to that live in their community or other outsiders that have come into their community to visit?
None that are as detestable as you, probably.
It is disgusting. It is disgusting.
You know
So
what
there
she
is
looks like sitting there? Do you know what this reminds me of? Dana Carvey as the church lady. And she's about as religious as the church lady, too.
Order in the protective order that tells me I can't talk about this case and I can't talk about the people involved in this case.
Betty,
And because of
you
hashtag,
could do this. When you did this, it like mine are right on the top of my boobs. When you do it, if you're going to make this gesture, could you just, I don't know, make use of yourself? It's not like you've got a fucking job. Go down here and do this and cradle them and cause an earthquake across the east coast of the United States as you
hashtags and threatening to sue somebody. And I was talking to my audience. I wasn't talking to anybody else but my audience. They are not part of my audience. Remember, they're so fearful of me. So why would they ever be?
Are you the boss of the internet too?
Right? My little 5'1". We have an MMA fighter, right? But a 5'1", 145-pound chick. And you know what?
Bitch, you are 5'2" and you weigh 165 pounds. So save it, honey. I'm 4'11 and a quarter, and I weigh anywhere between 100 and 105. Right now, I'd say probably closer to 105. You are full of shit. Girl, don't you make me sue you for impersonating Polly Pocket. I don't think so. I am my husband would tell me I'm either Polly Pocket or I'm the inch-high private eye. He used to say, honey, I could just put you in my pocket and take you to work with me.
In their stuff, they had my
height. I know you don't have a
now, if they see me in the flesh.
And even if you did, you wouldn't fit in his pocket.
My height and weight is pretty obvious when you okay?
Bitch, you want to come stand next to me and do the height and weight comparison? Because we can do that, honey. I think they say the camera adds 10 pounds. And I don't know. I'm not mad at my last couple of videos.
Anybody can tell you that has met me that I'm a lot shorter than they ever thought I was. They got my wrong height and my wrong weight.
Well, you might be shorter because let's face it, to the average person, anybody under like 5'5" is, oh my God. I'm pretty sure that nobody who's ever seen me has expected me to be shorter and way less than your average fifth grader.
In their affidavits. I several inches.
That's what she steamed about.
Certain creators are responsible for pushing.
Honey, I told you, you need to stop. Okay. They did you a solid. They took your mugshot and made you look better than you've ever looked in your fucking life. And you want to get all shitty with them because they got your height and weight wrong? Betty, they did not get your height and weight wrong.
The prophets,
that's why they have a scale. And I would imagine right next to the lovely stand on the footprints, hold your breath and don't move. Something tells me there's like a little ruler that goes up and down that side of the wall.
If they spent this much time finding their son, oh wait, they don't give a damn. You're damn right they don't. Ooh. You're damn right they don't. Mm-hmm. But now, I've been walking on eggshells and worried about, how much more of my freedoms and my constitutional rights are going to be violated by Sumner County. Now that I have the court orders in my hand, I know exactly what I am and am not allowed to do.
Well, then you should calm the fuck down.
Stayed, and I'm pretty sure my attorney is working on the stay now. Because it should have automatically.
For $2,500, your attorney has just gotten around to pushing enter and trying to weed through all your fucking charges all over the place. So come on now.
Been stayed when that paperwork was filed in my court hearing. my court cases.
Which one? You've got so many.
The new whatever court line item. It's because I was arrested unlawfully. You know, that has to be a court record.
I would say that you should get very acquainted with getting arrested. Betty, you've been arrested all over the place. Like, why are you getting all fucking Norma Ray on us here? Okay, Karen Silkwood, calm down. You act like you were a custodial glamour shot detainee virgin. Okay, I just want to know, did you have to like bend over and cough? Did you have to like spread them and cough? Now that I could see you might be a little traumatized by.
So they did all of this for what? For what?
Do I really? Is that
County
rhetorical?
Office not to follow the law, and they're the law enforcement body.
Betty knows all about lawful behavior. Oh, disgusting! Stinking disgusting.
But they now know.
I think your arms are crying out for justice as well, Betty. Oh, girl, you need to pick up a dumbbell.
They now know this is pretty freaking big. They arrested a video journalist.
A video journalist? Is that Betty speak for a fucking flunky who managed to pay her Metro PCS phone bill last month via the what are you doing, Bob? Via the gracious nature of her subs?
For doing video journalism work.
Honey, you're not a journalist. You don't even speak proper English.
I want that to sink in. I will not stop talking about this case. And now that I have the orders in my hot list, knowing that the orders
can't stop, won't stop. Ask Arnie Shaw how well that worked out for him.
There is if you guys read, well, you guys don't even have this stuff, but I'm not going to go into the details of my information on the case. But
26 minutes in, she is not going into detail.
That's why I wasn't in court. If they had properly served me, I or my attorney would be in court.
Then what do you have to worry about?
Heard in court. It matters what's in the court order. And the court order does not prevent me from discussing this case. It only prevents me from going around them and making contact with them. I've never been around them, and I've never made contact with them. Even before these were even filed, I've never seen anyone.
ET is also going to sue you. He said his finger, all 10 of them, are much more aesthetically pleasing than all 10 of yours.
I saw that person because we were all watching. Do you guys now believe the corruption? See, remember, I had
bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You scream corruption when you go through the fucking Burger King drive-thru. You're suing the Whopper. What are you talking about?
They are hiding something. Makes you wonder what is Sumner County Sheriff hiding? What are they doing that's underhanded that they don't want to be found?
Oh, I don't know. Do you think that they're hiding Sebastian and Summer in the basement? I'm just wondering. Idiot.
I went back to your live stream. I don't hear anything that is so bad. I don't exactly.
Betty, how the fuck do you, I'm seriously like, I'm just looking at her. How do you come on camera looking the way you do? I don't get it. I'm going to sue you on behalf of your 4 hair strands, on behalf of all the females of the world for giving all of us a bad name. Like, how do you do this? It's funny because you want everybody in the world to have all the fucks to give about whatever it is that you are bent or pissed off about that day, but you don't return the favor. Like, you don't give femininity any fucks. And honey, you can get away with that when you're hot. Nobody will ever accuse you of being hot or smart.
Exactly, because it doesn't exist. What she waited to
Judgment
do is, if you notice how close these things are in proximity. Mind you, I was in Florida. So that tells me that Sumner County was gunning for me. They just wanted the court order so they could make an arrest or have some type of footing to make an arrest. But what they used was my constitutional rights and tried to...
Do you know that they deal with criminal scumbags all day? You're just another one in a long line of many.
That into an arrest, which they effectively did. Violating my constitution and by detaining me unlawfully for
violating
19 hours.
Her constitution.
That is a violation of my
civil liberties. Do you have the constitution that we have?
To begin with. None.
Nope.
I did nothing wrong.
No, you never do anything
You guys,
wrong.
are you guys getting it now? All these people spreading around false information.
Mhm.
And I just read the
Fuck you, sue me.
whole thing to you guys verbatim out of the order itself.
I don't know. It looked like there were a lot of pieces of paper on there. You couldn't have possibly read all of that to us.
And then I also read you guys the affidavit from that very corrupt detective, Lisa Byington, with the Sumner County Sheriff.
Her name is Lisa. God, I like that bitch already. Yes, it's a corrupt detective. One who's had a long, distinguished career. Betty, what have you had a long, distinguished career in? Definitely not hair care.
Department, lying under oath, saying these things happened in Sumner County when she absolutely knew I was not in Sumner County.
I don't think it matters what county you were in. Straw man. When I say straw man, don't just think Betty's hair and skin.
I have not been in Sumner County but one time prior to these protective orders. She was really a detective worth her salt. She would have done this thing called investigation.
Well, honey, Scooby and Shaggy had the mystery van out. Raggy. They were picking you up in the fucking hood off the curb. So slow your roll on Lisa. Cut her a break.
And the investigation would have showed her I was only in town for 4 days. 2 of those days were in Hendersonville. 1 of those days were in Gallatin in Mississippi.
We know math is not Betty's strong suit, so we better fact check. I know it's only 3 and 1. Fact check her anyway.
Those days are, not Mississippi, Memphis. And 1 of those days was Gallatin and White House.
Uh-huh.
It's hard to build a stalking case when you can't even show that I was in any type of area that these people were in except one, and that's because he followed me.
Well, then you, again, for the 987th time, then you have nothing to worry about. Why are you so upset?
On video. You have video proof. Yeah, of ours. Yeah, you damn right. Question and crime. I do. And so I did notice that these were all listed. My attorney's listed in every single one of the court cases. The way it's going to work is once the order is stayed, that means they never had any lawful right. How they arrested me anyway was unlawful because it goes against the court order. The court order doesn't say I can't talk about.
I don't claim to be a junkyard dog, jailhouse, prison lawyer like Betty does, but common sense would tell me that when it is stayed, that means whatever was ruled upon is we're not moving forward with anything pertaining to that ruling
about this case or say their name. And it doesn't state that I can't tell my audience that I'm going to sue somebody either.
I don't think anybody said it did.
But it happened to me. I would never believe that this was possible in America if it didn't happen to me. I am just, I mean, it's a good thing. I feel better now because the unknown kind of sucks.
This is you feeling better? Oh, God. Oh, God. Betty, all I can say, if this is you feeling better, get to Sam's or Costco's, whichever you prefer, and get yourself a pallet of batteries. Because if this is you feeling better, your boyfriend is going to be working overtime.
But now that I read the order and I realize what Lisa truly did, she deserves to be fired.
Ooh.
She deserves to be fired because she violated the law.
Well, I say you deserve to be executed because you have violated the laws of fashion and good taste countless times.
She violated a court order. She violated somebody's rights, and she's no different than the people that she locks away. She's no different.
Oh, God. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I said. Gag orders are unconstitutional. And I can't believe that a court would violate somebody's rights. And when I read this, I realized it wasn't the courts that violated my rights. It was Sumner County Sheriff and Sumner County Sheriff alone.
Do you understand that Sumner County law enforcement is an extension? They are an arm of the courts. They're the ones who enforce the rulings. Do you get that, Miss Menta?
Oh, it's going to court. The attorney's already been working on all.
Betty is going to court around the country. Hawaii and Alaska, they're safe because she's too fucking broke to buy an airline ticket and she can't fly there. So you guys breathe a sigh of relief. You're okay. Everybody else, you're fucked. Betty is suing her way around the continental United States.
All this stuff is undone. All of this stuff is undone.
You need to stop doing that, okay? Because I have PTSD, and I think I'm going to need to sue you for like this. I can't.
My people in surrounding community, Ellie said, don't like them and don't F with them. Well, I didn't F with them.
Commenter from the chat, nobody cares what your unnamed surrounding area thinks.
But they F with me, and you know what? You mess with the bull, you get the bull one.
Betty, did you have to bend over and cough when they locked you up? I'm just curious. And we know which part of the bull you take.
If that freaking county's head spin, what they did was wrong, and I want to know how many other people they've done this to. Because I want to make sure that they are represented. I want to make sure that if Lisa's done this to other people, those other people's attorneys know about it.
I'm pretty sure, if my understanding is correct, the other people are sex traffickers, bitch. Do you think that like everybody's going to rally around you and the traffickers? I'd say that would be a big fat fucking no. Dumbass.
She's in her bed. She's between my legs right now. She's nice, snuggly.
Oh, we thought you were talking about yourself when you said she's in bed. I thought maybe somebody in the chat said, where is that walrus? Where is that walrus? I'm sorry. Where is that bull skank? Bullhorn Betty. Oh, she's in her bed. Yes, she is. She's in her bed. And instead of being under the gynecologist's green sheet, she's in front of it. The least you could do is iron it or steam it, for fuck's sake.
Don't you get Discovery now? Listen, my attorney's going to do whatever he's going to do. He's going to be back in.
Well, for $2,500, he's not going to get to do much except maybe drop a filing in the fucking courthouse mailbox as he's driving by in his car. Hey, you don't have enough money, and your subs don't have enough money to take care of all your legal problems.
In town, I believe, on Monday. He was like, everything kind of just got a little hazy.
Why are you fucking constantly like, what is that? It's so gross. Do you have fleas? What's wrong with you? I was hoping that when you got arrested, the jail, like after you had to squat, spread them, and cough, I was hoping they could have like hit you with a fire hose full of, I don't know, disinfectant, and maybe your unfortunate itching problem would have gone away.
With this case, but it was because of an overzealous detective that thought she had the right to detain me for my...
Or an underzealous, stupid, wannabe legal professional. Yeah, it could be that too.
Freedom of speech. I don't know what in the world is wrong with this woman.
What's wrong with you?
Betty, I never...
Because of the two, one of you has a badge, a pew-pew, and a career. What do you have? A gynecologist paper sheet, a pew-pew that by court order is going to go bye-bye, and a very unfortunate itching problem. So I don't know which one of you is more accomplished.
Fan of yours, but I'd have bailed you out so you could raise your voice for Sebastian. Also, at least someone went to jail for Sebastian.
God, raise your voice.
It sounds like Sumner County Sheriff likes to arrest innocent people and let the guilty ones go. That surely is the...
You sure look stressed, right? Betty.
A kid disappears from their own home inside their own locked bed.
Ma'am, do you want to share with the class why it is all the world's children are so important to you? Because I can tell you this. Before I had my child, almost 3 decades ago, I wasn't very concerned about children. I was worried about, partying. Yeah. I don't get it. Like, why is it kind of like those who can't teach? Yeah. Thank God the good Lord never saw fit to bless you with children. So leave everybody's children to, I don't know, their parents.
Disappears, right? She can't explain how this child walked out the house. Nobody can, right?
I can't explain how that hair, like,
his stepfather can't.
Is still hanging on for dear life.
Because he was at work.
Nonetheless, it is.
Going back to my word, what if Seth didn't work the night shift? With all this hate Seth has right now, if his alibi was
Seth,
he would be...
I don't hate you. I don't know what she's talking about, but I'm just going to give you a very quick, short and sweet tutorial. If you're getting a lot of hate, it's likely not so much because of you, but because of this busted up bitch that you have decided to make part of your I was going to say platform, but your message. I would say that if you truly care about nothing more than finding your child, kick this busted up looking bitch into the garbage can she looks like she came from and find out how much more support you might have.
Be crucified.
She is a large part of your problem
for being at work and not being responsible for the disappearance of his son. And I also find it funny that they keep saying that there's no evidence to support any criminal activity. But
my guess would be, and I don't follow this case, but my guess would be if they are not clearing Seth, well, that's not because they have incontrovertible proof that he appeared on camera during the entire window that is in question. I'm just saying, there's a reason they have not cleared him. I don't know what it is, but I could probably guess what it's not.
Nobody's cleared. Does anybody notice that that's funny? Well, if there's no criminal activity, then there shouldn't be anybody that has to be cleared, right? I mean, in the reality of things. And then,
so, hey, Miss Mensa, does that tell you anything?
And moreover, did you guys hear the statement from the FBI? Did you guys hear the statement from the FBI?
Oh, no.
The statement from the FBI says for the safe return.
No, I've been busy like fucking planning a holiday weekend party. No, I haven't been caught up with the FBI. Fill us in.
Of Sebastian or those responsible. Usually it says the person responsible and usually puts like the S in like little parentheses.
You're a fucking moron. They're trying to keep it as broad and general as possible. Listen, bitch, the English language and the present, plural, past tense are not your specialty. So you better slow your roll.
They're persons. That's
You're only slightly more literate than Prayer Garden of America.
Those. THOSE. Those.
Uh-huh. And?
Those.
Mm-hmm. It's about the most general fucking noun you could use. Do you know what a noun is, Betty? Probably not. Person, place, or thing. Look at Betty's Beyonce fan working overtime.
Yes,
God dang, I need to get one of those. Clearly, if Betty's got 4 strands like fighting to blow in the breeze, mine might actually look like Beyonce's.
Yes. I will always do the right thing for the right cause.
Bitch, you haven't done the right fucking thing since probably the 3rd grade.
I put myself in jeopardy with my job and have for a very long time. It's just now that people...
You don't have a fucking job. So I guess it's pretty easy to put yourself and your job in jeopardy. You don't have a job, bitch.
We're starting to realize how much danger I put myself in.
God.
I've been in danger. I've come face to face.
If you're in danger, it's only because of you, yourself, and you. Yeah. Do you like that? Past, present. Yeah. You're a fucking idiot.
With rapists, murderers.
Honey, lay this fear to rest. Nobody wants to grape you. Not one grapist in the whole world has their sights set on you. As to the other one, I can't speak to that, but I can tell you without a doubt, you have nothing to fear from any
That's
rapist.
why I said what these other creators are doing to put me in more jeopardy than I already put myself in.
What are they doing? Are they hiring rapists and murderers?
Is really disgusting. Those creators lied to you.
They
lied to the world.
Pretty disgusting.
They had me arrested through BS tactics that are unlawful.
What? You think that the YouTubers got you arrested? Betty, you need a log off boo-boo break. Like, how does that work? Because if that's how easy it is, please fill me in. I had no idea that YouTubers alone could get people arrested.
And now that I have the orders, I feel much relieved because Katie and Chris cannot stop me from talking about Sebastian.
Can't
Rogers'
stop,
case. They can't
won't
even stop me
stop.
from saying their names because they're associated with this case. At the end of the day, Katie was the only person inside that house with her son. That's what's in the reports. Okay, I'm not making it up. That's what's in the reports.
Yeah, and Betty, anybody in the world can sit all day long and say Katie was the only one at home with her son. That's what it says in the reports. The problem comes in when you want to accuse her of being a murderer, stating it as fact, saying that she doesn't want her son found. That's where the problem comes in. But even that, you're free to say whatever you want. You have freedom of speech. You do not have freedom of consequence from said speech. But that's where it starts getting a little bit, educational. And that's where you are sorely lacking. So I'll try and come up with a crayon picture that I can draw for you.
Grace upon grace. I've been a very strong person and I've faced critics. You got to remember, I'm in the world of politics. And
Betty is in the world of politics in the following manner. When you pull into a political event, she probably has on a neon orange perforated vest with a Mr. microphone that doubles as a flashlight. And she does one of these and says, "This is the closest I can get to a law enforcement job. I know I'm not directing traffic. I'm directing traffic to the portalets." No, motherfucker, I told you over there. I'm going to give you a Mar-a-Lago parking attendant ticket. Oh my God, you're in politics, bitch. This is the problem with lying your ass off. You could be lying and people who know you're full of shit for whatever reason could be listening to you. Like, I don't know, Crimes and Fashion. Betty, I have yet to see you at any political event in the way that you want to make it sound. You might get your busted up looking ass in a front row Joe folding fucking chair at at a rah Trump rally, but I've never seen you eating rubber chicken or, cold hors d'oeuvres that you've paid dearly for. So shut the fuck up.
And, politics is a swampy area. But you know what? Politics, people aren't usually felons and willing to do underhanded and illegal stuff.
No, those are the parking attendants. Those are the ones directing traffic to the portalets. Like, I don't know, you. I know what you're not. I know you're not the one paying what your lawyer's going to end up charging you to cover all your court cases. Yeah, for one rubber chicken dinner.
On these streets, these people can't even get jobs at the 7-Eleven because their criminal background is so bad that the only thing they can't.
Did you steal that line from me? Because I'm pretty sure I've said you couldn't get a job at the 7-Eleven. Betty, you're talking about yourself, right?
Is have an uneducated opinion with a microphone. Mm-hmm. That's why.
Someday I'm going to tell you what
Hello,
family
from Colorado
connection
Springs,
is.
And today we're going to walk you guys through our.
And for the record, Your Honor, I do not know Mr. Trump. He is not part of my family, but I do very much have a familial connection to Mr. Trump.
You heard they found a body in a drainage ditch at one of the RV parks. I haven't heard that, VP. No, I surely have not. I can tell you if there is something that matches the description of Sebastian, I even though I don't trust Sumner at all, I am still at least confident in part that they would reach out to Seth. And the reason why I say this,
No, I would say the exact opposite. I don't think that Sumner County would reach out to Seth. Sadly, because of fucking scumbags like you, I don't think they would reach out to Seth unless they were 99% sure of whatever information they were holding.
Is because there's been other things that have happened
because of dirt bags like you
across the bone, right?
And not wanting it to catch fire all across YouTube.
A body, right? The graveyard. Remember the body at the graveyard? This is not.
Of course, Betty, like with every child's case, has declared this child dead and gone. I don't share her opinion, as do all the people with a beating heart that would. And I'm pretty cynical, but I'm holding out hope. Not this scumbag.
Not the first time
she wants him to
had
be
a situation
deceased.
like this, and Seth was called very quickly. And it's my understanding. Now Seth can correct me, but it's my understanding that somebody from the Sumner County Sheriff called him and said, "I just want to let you know. I know you're going to hear this, but it's not Sebastian." They didn't tell him.
Yeah, and something tells me that was probably well prior to him throwing his lot in with you.
Who it was, but whoever that kid was, they knew who that kid was, even though they didn't the rest of the world at that moment.
That kid. Listen to how fucking callous and matter of fact this fucking skank is. Miss, here's your child advocate.
We heard intimately that it's not Sebastian, so I just moved on, and people were still carrying on like it was some kind of conspiracy.
Oh, because Betty only has so many fucks to give for any missing child.
From the sheriff, we don't know. We know they've lied to us before, but I think that somebody needs to run against Eric Craddock for the November election. I can tell you,
nobody fucking cares what you think, because you don't live in the state of Tennessee. You don't even pay your goddamn taxes in the state of Florida. You damn sure don't pay taxes in the state of Tennessee.
Put the weight of this channel behind whoever that might be.
The weight of this channel. Look at this busted up bitch with my gynecologist paper sheet as her backdrop / curtain. The weight of this channel, like she's Mr. fucking Beast. Bitch, in the grand scheme of things, you are as insignificant as I am. I just look better and I'm much smarter doing it.
If we need to bring a whole team of people into the community to door knock,
the
phone
team
bank,
that's up here.
I've done it all. I've done it all. I'm happy to do that. So for those people in
Betty, having all of the wants and warrants team knocking on your door does not count as doing it all.
Hendersonville, if you guys have somebody
Betty's on the wrong side of the law, always.
Make sure I align with their positions, all their positions, or at least majority of their positions. You're never going to align.
Betty, exactly. Nobody aligns with any position where you're concerned, which is why you are such a miserable bitch.
100% of the time. But if we can have some great understanding about what law and order really is and what it looks like, then I'm willing to support.
She's not the one to tell you what law and order looks like, okay? She's been arrested a bajillion times. She is not the one to go to if you want a snapshot of what law and order looks like. I would say go to NBC and Mariska Haggerty before I would say go to Betty for a snapshot of law and order.
Support with, I don't support typically politicians.
You don't support anybody
with any financial resources because I feel like my personal.
You don't have any financial resources. You have to grift everything from the toilet paper you wipe your ass with to your internet bill from your subs. You can't spare anything for anyone else. Let's get real.
Presence is more valuable than any amount of money that I would be able to donate to them because I don't really have a lot, right?
No,
we generate enough money as well.
First thing I've heard you say, I agree with.
Monthly to pay, my expenses plus allow me to travel to one case a month. That's basically,
that's what I call Betty's white trash vacation.
For time, I hope to build the channel up a little bit more so we can do 2 cases a month or spend maybe more time in the area looking for a victim. We only have budgets for certain things. That's why I drive my car into the ground because it does help. Plane fares expensive. Rental.
I would say, Alex, you drive your car into the ground because you're a broke bitch who drives an old piece of shit and you don't have a job.
Cars are expensive. So, having my
dry bag coming up. Cars are expensive, guys, and I think I should have a better one. Betty, you call your car Black Beauty? I actually have a Black Beauty.
Vehicle takes that away, right? And also with air, I have to pay for weight. That means my equipment. I can't bring my.
Oh, you're fucked if you have to pay by weight. Yes. Your weight in relation to your height. Oh, you are fucked. Say no more.
Equipment with me because it weights down my bags, and you got to pay extra fees for weight on your bags. So it
or on your ass.
Really does.
Or your silky milkies that are hanging down below your knees. Oh, sorry, Betty. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Out better that I can drive my vehicle. But, you know, from this morning of being exhausted because I was just in the unknown to now getting this.
Oh, my God. She's so exhausted.
I pray to God that the ACLU, actually, as a matter of fact, there's ACLU in Nashville. What you guys could do.
The ACLU. Are you fucking kidding me right now? The ACLU. What is the, what civil rights were by? Oh, my God. You are a shameless fucking skank. Like, for me, I can't even.
You guys chose to. I know there's a lot of people here that love it. And let them know how unjust this was, that this is a major case, and they should be taking it up for my behalf.
Yes, you forget about anyone who might have been, you know, the victim of a hate crime. Fuck that. Betty is the victim of a hate crime. How do you even say this shit with a straight face? Oh, my God. Betty, you are that person at the 7-Eleven who fucking whips out the EBT card to pay for your 74-cent fucking glazed donut. Like, Betty, I cannot believe you are pulling the ACLU card right now. How about, I don't know, people who have been wrongly convicted? Like, people who've been the victim of hate crimes. That's who the... Oh, my God. That's who the ACLU is for. Is this fucking skank actually pulling the ACLU card right now?
I'm really trying to get the ACLU involved in this case because what they did is a clear violation of my constitutional rights and my civil liberties. And the ACLU gets a lot of our taxpayer money in grants from our government.
You don't pay fucking taxes. You didn't even pay your damn property taxes of $600 some odd dollars. Sit down and shut all the way the fuck up.
Because of their nonprofit work in advocating against these atrocities from our government to individuals.
Atrocities? Bitch. A civil rights atrocity is the Holocaust. Are you fucking serious right now? She is an absolute shameless skank. And I hope to bear whatever that bitch's name was. Yes, the BHB fan who thought you were going to school me in the comments. I hope you're listening right about now.
And they're very God. Good. Whether I agree with their overall policies or not.
You have done nothing but shit talk. ACLU and organizations like them, which, Betty, by the way, are, you know, most associated with the left wing of American politics. Yeah.
They're still a good resource for civil rights and constitution.
For broke fucking bitches who can't afford to pay a real lawyer. Is that what you mean? In your case. In the case of the aforementioned groups of people that I mentioned, not at all. In your case, God, you are shameless.
Constitutional right violations. And so it's I hear they have a very active ACLU in their area. Maybe getting some people to just write them a letter, email them, call them.
Oh, yeah, because they don't have enough on their plates. They don't have enough actual, truly damaged, not damaged, truly legally aggrieved people going on with very few lawyers. Because unlike you, bitch, they're working for, well, you're actually making peanuts, I'm sure, because it's all relative. In my world, you're making peanuts.
Them might help bring some attention to my case where they can get involved and start.
Oh my God, they don't take cases of fucking disgruntled asshole Karens
through the legal process because there's
all right. Let me tell you something. This right here, this will make my fucking head blow off my shoulders. Because while I believe that the ACLU, it is an organization that is most probably related to, I don't even want to say that. When I hear ACLU, you know what I think? I think real, legit, either person or class of people who have suffered an injustice. Another organization that is very similar to the ACLU, just more tightly focused, would be the Southern Poverty Law Center. This fucking white trash, moronic skank wants you to believe that she should be the beneficiary of something along the lines of the Southern Poverty Law Center. No, you're just a fucking, Betty, you should take all your super chats and Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Amscot, Western Union. You should take all of it and go lay your fat ass. That, by the way, I don't believe for 1 minute your vital statistics. I don't think Sumner County got them wrong, but take all your subs money and go lay your fat ass on a shrink's couch and find out what exactly is fucking wrong with you.
That needs to go into this, and the ACLU provides
fucking Rosa Parks here,
free of charge, and that would be amazing. Then my attorney can handle
free of charge. You are the last asshole on the planet that needs an attorney free of charge. As she always does, she told you everything you need to know, free of charge.
What we're dealing with now, and the ACLU can deal with the government.
Oh my God,
and what
so
they did.
gross.
But I really want to start getting those things in the
process.
I
bet you do. I bet you'd love nothing more than a free lawyer.
What that looks like, how long it takes them to get the intake form, reach out to me, and I don't know if they're going to call me, email me. It's hard because I keep my phone locked down. So if you're not in my contacts,
Betty, don't, honey, much like your entire high school dating career, don't sit by that phone. They're not calling.
No, you can't get through to me. You can't get through to me by phone. You can't get through to me by text. You can't get through to me by anybody.
Carrier pigeon.
You go straight to the voicemail, but you're blocked. You can't get to me. I don't. All I do on my end is I don't even listen to. If I don't know you, I don't listen. I just delete it because it comes up on a screen and you can delete the voicemail.
Okay, is that how that works?
So I don't listen to the voicemails, especially from people I don't like. Anybody that I that is not blocked on my phone. Can make it through if I have certain settings.
She doesn't listen to voicemails from people she doesn't like. Bitch, you just go ahead, throw your whole phone in the trash. Get 2 solo cups. Get like a piece of, I was going to say packaging string, but twine. Get a little piece of twine, and you and Sonia you probably won't be able to afford enough to go between Florida and Tennessee, but try. Throw your phone out, Betty. Exactly. What did she say? People I don't like, or, oh my God, Betty. Oh, you're a bag of shit.
Settings, like right now I have do not disturb. So there's literally 5
people
doing? That can ring this phone when it's on do not disturb. 5. And 2 of those people are Tony and Seth.
Are either one of them like, you might want to free up one phone line in case you happen to come across the one heterosexual male on the planet that wants to, like,
My thoughts have always been with the RV park drains around the well, we know that I'm telling you, there's something with this whole trip to go pick up the RV. It was weird. It was a weird timing. It seemed like the priorities didn't seem right.
I don't know. I think it's weird that you've got a fucking Beyonce fans blowing on you, and you have like 4 to 7 hair strands. I find that weird.
Who cares? Call them up, make payment arrangements, and be done with it. Who leaves their grieving wife behind to go pick up a camper 3.5 hours away and stays gone for 24 hours?
I'm going to let her go for a minute. I need to return this call very quickly. Hey, Give me a few minutes and I'll call you back.
True, that county needs to vote someone else in its county. Yeah. And whatever, I mean, they've got leaks in their department. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on that ain't right with Sumner County. Okay. And, you know, I don't think they realize I'm very seasoned at what I'm doing.
Seasoned at what you're doing. Is that synonymous with rode hard and put up wet? You're quite seasoned at getting arrested. You haven't had a fucking job in a long time. So do you want to clarify here for the good people of YouTube?
Very seasoned. Not only on the political
charcoal,
realm, but the law realm.
Charcoal.
I used to work in
charcoal
in
broiled.
law
She
firms.
looks
I used
quite
to run
well
investigations.
seasoned.
I was a senior discovery paralegal. You know, I mean, it was many years ago, over a decade, almost 2 decades, right? But it's still, you don't got a dumb woman here.
Oh no, we've got an exceedingly fucking dumb woman. You were a paralegal. And what did she say? Discovery. Do you want to share with the good people where you got your supposed paralegal degree? Because mine came from a state school that they didn't have an in-house finance department like yours did. You got your supposed degree, if you want to believe she has one, from a finance company that will take, it doesn't even matter if you've graduated from high school. In fact, they probably preferred that because they could say, oh, yes, come on, you future legal Mensa. Yes, you're right. You are the smartest person in the room. We just have this little problem of you not graduating from high school. But no worries. Don't worry. We're going to accept you at our esteemed institution. You're just going to have to take these remedial classes for, I don't know, probably about 2 years. And once yes, we'll finance you. Don't worry. Don't worry about the monthly payment. All you need to know is the interest rate is probably 20. I don't know. I don't know what usury is because I don't make payments on my credit cards. But we'll just say between 23 and 26% interest. Yeah. But yeah, carry on, Betty.
Okay. And I kept telling you that I didn't understand how they would be able to serve me because they have to do certain things to serve me. And so I was very, very confused when they were trying to just serve me by the sheriff. You can't do that. You have to.
Excuse me? What are you talking about? You can't do that. I've only been served one time, and I'm not going to discuss what that was, but typically there's only a couple ways it happens. Person to person, it either happens via the sheriff's department in the county you reside in, or a private process server, or if you had an attorney, why didn't your attorney accept service? I'm just curious.
Establish personal jurisdiction, which they never did. And remember, we talked about that. Remember? This is before I even hired an attorney. I kept saying, I don't understand this. How
you don't understand much.
They do this. They can't just do this. I mean, it's out of state. You have to go through different processes.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of processes you have to go for because I don't get sued around the country or the world. So I don't know. I was going to say I'll defer to Bullskank, but no, I will not defer to her in anything.
Foreign type of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. Just like my attorney filed a bunch of stuff. Yeah, you can tell Betty is a legal scholar. Stuff.
It's not from the state. It's from a foreign state. So there are strict requirements that must be adhered to in order to get somebody from a different state into that state, and they didn't follow those rules.
I don't know.
Seth,
I don't know, because like I said, I don't get sued, I don't get served, I don't get arrested. So I don't know. She may be right.
Of all the noise, I hope your child is found safe. Oh, thank you, Cash. I know he appreciates that.
You don't have a child, Betty. So what are you accepting service of gratitude on behalf of Seth?
Obviously, we're having I know everybody, it's not even just me. It sounds like everybody across the country is having some type of technical or internet issue. And it sounds like that's the case here.
No, I don't think I'm having any. And I'm in your state.
But I do have the orders in my hot little hands. General Sessions did send me the orders. And when I read them, And I didn't see that I was not allowed
That's
to
not
say their name. I was not allowed to talk about this case. When I didn't see that in there, and I just got arrested for hashtags and threatening to sue people for lying under oath, you can imagine my anger.
No.
That it's just like,
You're always fucking angry. How would we distinguish?
Just seeing how bad they were violated in black and white, it is.
I'm dead.
Like,
I just popped over in the chat and saw this screen name.
I don't yell, right? I only yell when I'm excited and talking about a case and passionate about it. And I look
disappointing
that's part of me. It's part of my expression, right?
Kind of, no, actually, you know what? I have to say, I'm not typically disappointed.
I'm truly pissed off. I can tell you, I don't look it.
You don't
you
what?
Can tell in my speech. You can kind of tell in my eyes. You can definitely.
You mean your fucking crazy eyes that look like Eileen Wuornos? So what you're saying is you're not pissed off if you're not. Y'all, do you want to hear something funny? Hand to God on all that I love. Yesterday, while I was eating my dinner, I watched the OG Eileen Wuornos documentary called Selling a Serial Killer, I think it was called. I am not kidding you. Aside from the fact that Eileen's grill was really fucked up, but I cut Eileen some slack because she had a rough life. Well, obviously Betty did too. But Betty's grill, as much as it pains me to say it, was better than Eileen's. You pull that documentary up and you look at Eileen Wuornos and you look at this bag of shit right here, and you tell me that Eileen, in several different instances, actually, she actually had it over Betty as long as she kept her lips shut, her skin was better than Betty's. Eileen had more fucked up teeth, but Betty washes her face with an ice pick. So you tell me who's hotter, Betty or Eileen. And I say it's going to depend on the frame.
Really tell on my facial expression, but as far as screaming and yelling and just losing my shit.
Betty, you scream, you yell, you lose your shit because it's Saturday at 4:30. What the fuck are you talking about? You're not exactly known for your even temperament.
That's not how I do anger. This is how I.
No, that's exactly how you behave.
Do anger right here.
No, what you were just talking about. This is like the fucking calm before the storm. This is before Eileen picks the John up and drives him into the Ocala National Forest. This is the negotiation stage. Like, hey, baby, how are you? Yeah. Hey, just get in. We'll hash it out on the way to the Ocala National Forest. Oh, fuck you, Betty.
Yeah, you don't want to poke the bear.
I think that's an insult to bears everywhere. I would say you don't want to poke the possum. You look more like a possum than a bear.
When you poke the bear, that's when the tongue lashing goes.
You haven't had a tongue lashing in probably a decade.
That's when the tongue lashing.
That's your problem. A lot of it.
But you know what I'm sitting there thinking about is how much trouble that this detective, or how much shit, excuse my language.
Oh God, is that what turns you on? Like, oh, you know what? I'm sitting here. What are you wearing? Do you want to know what turns Bullhorn Betty on? What that detective lied about. Oh my God, you're fucking ridiculous.
Is going on behind the scenes in Sumner County and that DA's
Jared
office,
Bullhorn, what are you wearing?
Really bad for them. I mean, really, really, really bad.
Betty, stop. Listen, number one, if you ever want to get laid again. Number two, if you do not want to get locked down on a 5150 hold, you have got to stop making those fucking insane, crazy eyes. Oh my God.
Bad for them. For that county, for their taxpayers.
Wow.
You know, boycott Tennessee Walmart. They won't keep the missing child's picture up. Which one won't?
Who fucking cares? Who cares? Walmart is a business that does not answer to Betty or law enforcement. I mean, do you understand that as sad as this is, there is more than Sebastian Rogers that goes missing as far as children go? I don't know. Maybe they rotate in their, I don't even know what you call it, but I know at the Walmart where I go on the rare occasions when I have to, they have like a glass, it's almost like a large bulletin board, but it's black felt, and there's a glass, it's in a glass frame, and they unlock it and they put new photos in it. But Betty doesn't want you to know that. And whoever this idiot is that says Walmart won't keep his picture. Well, you know what? Sadly, he's not the only missing child in the state of Tennessee or person.
Well, you don't know, because Chris likes to go around and threaten people, and he likes to tell people they can't do it or he's going to sue them. But the only thing he does is like.
Are you fucking serious? Kind of like the dumb bitch that's speaking right now. I mean, besides being known for your batshit crazy antics, suing people is what you're known for. What you're not known for is your intellect. That I know. Nobody will ever accuse you of that.
He's got a want to be protective order against me for Faith. Faith is not even in doesn't even live in Tennessee, and he has no custody of her.
Really? My understanding was they had some type of joint custody. But see, this fucking Baron Brockovich right here, she would have no idea what any kind of custody agreement looks like, whether it's 50-50, 60-40, 50-30. Well, it wouldn't be 50-30. Y'all, I've been drinking my special coffee. I can't do math right now. The point is, she has no fucking clue who is she getting her custody information from? Chris via the child's mother, perhaps, because she has an axe to grind. I don't know.
Has no custody of this child, and she's not even a resident of Tennessee. How do you get a protective order on something like that?
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about, but I can.
Corruption.
But I can tell you this. I had primary custody of my child, but that does not mean that his father did not also have custody. She wants you to believe that the mother had 100% custody and that Chris only enjoyed, I guess, court-appointed visitation. And I don't believe that.
These people know that they can't do any of this, yet they allowed it to happen. I'm not family to them, right? I'm not related to them in any way.
Uh-huh. And?
Thank you, Roddy. Is it Roddy or Rody? Don't forget to thumb up this live. You guys.
How about a thumb up your ass, or how about a thumb down your throat? Would that work? If you're talking about the thumb on the YouTube, yeah, God.
Gone through, but it's now time for you guys. You never tell you guys to do this, but
Eddie's scratching her stubble. She's time to.
They instigated a lot of this nonsense. For clicking a view just to see if they could have me arrested, and they only needed
Betty. Get a fucking grip. People do not get arrested because YouTubers need a click and a view. No matter what your IQ deficient subs want to believe, that's not a thing. That doesn't happen.
A corrupt sheriff in a corrupt community. That's all they needed.
That's it. So that's all.
These hate channels. I mean, seriously. They're supporting this kind of nonsense, and I guarantee if it happened to them, they would be the victim, right?
All right, Norma.
But they don't mind victimizing somebody else. Yes, Crystal, he is. He's highly respected. He's a past chief of police. He's a past homicide detective. He's good. He's good.
No clue who she's talking about.
We'll see. At least that's what I hear. I mean, I know that that's his background right there, but I hear he's really, really good. And
what if he said that you're a fucking asshole? Would he then still be very, very good, or would he be on your shit list?
Respected in the community. So we'll see. We'll see. How can they even get the little girl with a son missing? you know what? That's a different court. And quite frankly,
yeah, that's the court of none of your fucking business. That's what court that is.
Like I said many times, is that there's no charges. You know, a judge can't say, oh, well, we have a missing child, I'm going to prevent your parental rights or your visitation rights.
Excuse me? Spoken like a true asshole who knows nothing about domestic court. Well, unless it's you laying your hands around someone's neck. You have no clue what you are talking about where child custody is concerned. And any child custody agreement or order can be modified, asshole, for any reason.
I'm going to prevent your visitation rights on assumptions. You see what I'm saying?
No, you're not going to prevent anything upon anything because you are a low IQ fucking nobody. You're not a judge. But if either parent has the wherewithal to type up a motion or to hire an attorney who produces said motion, you are, like most things, sadly mistaken.
If he was lawfully named as a person of interest or a suspect, then that would be that.
Hey, asshole, all you have to prove to modify an order is a substantial change in circumstances. And I know you've never had any children, so you'll just have to take my word for it.
That would have a lot more weight.
But trust and believe, I know a lot more than you do. Not in just this situation, but in all situations.
But since this county is corrupt, they'll never tell you.
Oh, they're
they have
corrupt.
A person of interest or a suspect. I don't even know if they'll ever make an arrest on an actual, crime, because they like to throw innocent people in jail instead of criminals. So I really.
Who's the innocent person they like to throw in jail? It couldn't be you, because you haven't been innocent until about, probably 18 minutes after your mother pushed you out.
Don't know, to be honest with you. I really don't know. But wow, I got arrested for hashtags and threatening to sue someone. And I truly thought that a judge violated my constitutional rights. And now I just know it was just Sumner County Sheriff.
Okay.
That's a tough.
Y'all, I really need to return this call. And hey, Wispy, how are you? And hello to, hey, Patricia, how are you? Sister Man Ray, Pugs, how y'all doing? Hi, Glory. Deborah LaPointe, how are you? I don't think she does get out of that bed. Hey, Chopper. Christina's Journey, Andy C, Josh B. Look at us with all, hey, Hope for Snoopy. Little Irish girl, Melinda. Y'all, I just want to say hello before I say goodbye. Hi, Marcy. I need to return that call that I got just a few minutes ago. That is actually something of importance. Hey, see, Nikki. Not just Betty bullshit. Hi, Carol. All right. Hi, Beth. Hey, Patty. How are you? Mother of two boys. Rongo. Every time I say I'm done, I'm like, no, I see another name. I hate to leave and not say hello to everyone. Hi, Cameo. How are you? All right, y'all, that call was actually important. I need to return that. So I am booty shots, not booty shorts. I'm so sorry. If I missed you, it was only because the luck. Hey, Clancy, it was only because of the luck of the draw. Not because Laura Lee, how are you? Not for any other reason. I keep saying I'm leaving, and then I see hi Sheba Mom. All right, I mean it this time. I'm so sorry. Hi Zen. I mean it, but I don't mean it. All right, I'm sorry if I missed you, Ange Carter. It was not my intention. Angel Chips. Your Kiwi mate, how are you? Kathy 514. Hey B Tim, how are you? All right, kids, I'm going to go return that call. I thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. And Happy Labor Day. Be safe. There's a lot going on. Today's only Saturday. We've got 2 more days to go. I think my husband said we were going to do, I think we're having the fam dam over tomorrow. That way we can recover. I can recover on Monday. So, all right, kids. Hey, Poco Sue. Josh B. I think I said hi to Josh. All right, kids. Have a safe weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care, pussycats. Bye.